A neutral problem could indeed be the culprit behind the voltage drop and subsequent light dimming when your air conditioning units kick on. When those units draw a substantial amount of current, the neutral wire can experience a voltage drop. This voltage drop in turn reduces the voltage supplied to the lights, causing them to dim. To effectively test for proper neutral connections, you'll want to employ a neutral bar tester. These specialized testers are designed to measure the voltage drop specifically across the neutral bar and its associated connections. This allows you to identify any connections that may be loose or corroded, which could be contributing to the problem. When it comes to measuring voltage drop along the wiring, a voltage drop tester is the tool you need. To use it effectively, connect the tester to both the power source and the load, which in this case would be the air conditioning unit. Measure the voltage at both of these points. Keep in mind that the voltage drop should not exceed 5.0% of the supply voltage. In addition to addressing potential neutral and voltage drop issues, there are a few other things to consider. Firstly, it's important to check the tightness of the breakers. Ensure that the breakers supplying the air conditioning units are securely tightened within the electrical panel. Secondly, thoroughly inspect the wiring to the air conditioning units. Look for any signs of damage, loose connections, or improper sizing. Finally, consider the possibility of using a UPS, which stands for an interruptible power supply. A UPS can act as a backup power source during voltage fluctuations and surges, providing a more stable power supply to your sensitive electronic equipment. For neutral connection testing, a device known as a neutral bar tester is employed. This device measures the voltage drop across the neutral bar and its connections. A high voltage drop indicates a loose or corroded connection. For voltage drop testing, connect the leads of a multimeter to the beginning and end of the circuit under load. The voltage difference represents the voltage drop. The acceptable voltage drop should be less than 5.0%. It is important to ensure the breakers supplying the air conditioning units are securely tightened in the panel. This prevents loose connections which can cause voltage drops. Inspect all wiring connections to the air conditioning units for damage, corrosion, or looseness. Replace damaged wiring and tighten any loose connections. A UPS or uninterruptible power supply provides a backup power source during voltage fluctuations and surges, protecting sensitive equipment from damage and ensuring continuous operation. When dealing with electrical work, safety is paramount. If you are not comfortable performing these tests and repairs yourself, or if the problem persists, it's always best to contact a qualified electrician for further troubleshooting and repairs. Always remember to consult with a licensed electrician before performing any electrical work to ensure safety and compliance with electrical codes. Neutral bar testers specifically check the integrity of the neutral connections within an electrical panel. They measure the resistance or voltage drop across the neutral bar and its terminations. Higher than normal readings indicate a loose or corroded connection. To use a voltage drop tester effectively, you need to connect it in circuit while the circuit is under load. The tester measures the difference in voltage between the supply side and the load side of the circuit. A reading exceeding 5.0% indicates a significant voltage drop. Ensure that the breakers supplying the air conditioning units are properly seated and securely tightened within the electrical panel. Loose breakers can create a high resistance connection, leading to voltage drop and heat buildup. When inspecting wiring, pay close attention to the wire gauge. Undersized wiring can cause excessive voltage drop, especially under heavy loads. Verify that the wiring is appropriately sized with the amperage requirements of the air conditioning units. An uninterruptible power supply or UPS provides a battery backup during power outages and voltage fluctuations. It can help stabilize voltage and prevent lights from dimming during air conditioning unit startup. A loose neutral connection can cause a variety of electrical problems, including flickering lights, appliance malfunctions, and even electrical fires. A voltage drop of more than 5.0% can cause appliances to operate inefficiently, overheat, and potentially fail prematurely. Properly sized wiring is essential for ensuring adequate power delivery and minimizing voltage drop. Consult the National Electrical Code or a qualified electrician to determine the appropriate wire gauge for your specific application. A UPS system not only provides backup power but also filters and regulates the incoming voltage, protecting sensitive electronics from surges, spikes, and brownouts. Testing neutral connections involves using specialized equipment to measure the resistance and integrity of the neutral pathway. This ensures that the neutral conductor is capable of carrying the return current safely and effectively. When performing voltage drop testing, it's crucial to measure the voltage at the furthest point from the power source under normal operating conditions. This will give you the most accurate indication of voltage drop within the circuit. Regularly inspect and tighten all electrical connections, including those at the breaker panel, switches, outlets, and appliances. This proactive maintenance can help prevent loose connections and minimize the risk of electrical problems. A UPS system is particularly beneficial for sensitive electronic equipment such as computers, servers, and medical devices, as it can prevent data loss, equipment damage, and downtime during power interruptions. Loose neutral connections can lead to a phenomenon known as phantom voltage, where voltage appears to be present even when the circuit is supposedly off. This can be dangerous and make troubleshooting difficult. Excessive voltage drop can not only cause appliances to malfunction but also increase energy consumption, as the appliances have to work harder to perform their intended function. When selecting wiring for electrical circuits, consider not only the amperage requirements but also the length of the run. Longer runs require larger wire gauges to minimize voltage drop. A UPS system can also provide surge protection, which helps to safeguard electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage spikes and surges. Testing neutral connections requires specialized tools and knowledge. If you're not comfortable performing these tests yourself, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician. When conducting voltage drop testing, be sure to use a meter that is properly calibrated and capable of accurately measuring small voltage differences. Regularly inspect electrical outlets and switches for signs of damage, such as cracks, discoloration, or loose connections. Replace any damaged components immediately to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can be configured to automatically shut down connected equipment in the event of a prolonged power outage, preventing data loss and equipment damage. Loose neutral connections can also cause electromagnetic interference, which can disrupt the operation of electronic devices and create static or noise in audio and video equipment. Excessive voltage drop can shorten the lifespan of electrical equipment and increase the risk of electrical fires. When installing new wiring, be sure to follow all applicable electrical codes and use proper wiring techniques. A UPS system can provide a clean and stable power supply, which can improve the performance and reliability of sensitive electronic equipment. Testing neutral connections is an important part of routine electrical maintenance and can help to prevent a wide range of electrical problems. When performing voltage drop testing, be sure to disconnect the power to the circuit before making any connections. Regularly inspect electrical codes for signs of damage such as fraying, cracking, or exposed wires. Replace any damaged cords immediately to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can be used to protect a variety of electronic equipment, including computers, televisions, gaming consoles, and home theater systems. Loose neutral connections can also cause a condition known as nuisance tripping, where circuit breakers trip for no apparent reason. Excessive voltage drop can lead to reduced lighting output, causing dim or flickering lights. When selecting wiring for electrical circuits, consider the environmental conditions in which the wiring will be installed. For example, wiring that will be exposed to moisture or sunlight may require special insulation. A UPS system can provide peace of mind, knowing that your electronic equipment is protected from power outages and voltage fluctuations. Testing neutral connections is an essential step in troubleshooting electrical problems and ensuring the safety of your electrical system. When performing voltage drop testing, be sure to record your measurements and compare them to the acceptable voltage drop limits. Regularly inspect electrical panels for signs of damage, such as rust, corrosion, or loose connections. Repair any damage immediately to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can be a valuable investment for businesses and organizations that rely on electronic equipment to operate. Loose neutral connections can also cause a condition known as voltage imbalance, where the voltage between different phases of an electrical system is uneven. Excessive voltage drop can lead to increased motor temperatures, which can shorten the lifespan of motors. When installing new wiring, be sure to use the correct type of connectors and fittings. A UPS system can provide a cost-effective way to protect sensitive electronic equipment from power problems. Testing neutral connections should be performed by a qualified electrician or electrical contractor. When performing voltage drop testing, be sure to use a meter that is properly grounded. Regularly inspect electrical appliances for signs of damage such as frayed cores, cracked housings, or malfunctioning switches. Repair any damage immediately to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can be used to provide backup power for critical loads, such as life support equipment or security systems. Loose neutral connections can also cause a condition known as stray voltage, where voltage is present on metal objects that are not normally energized. Excessive voltage drop can lead to reduced heating efficiency, causing heating systems to work harder and consume more energy. When installing new wiring, be sure to properly label all circuits and wiring. A UPS system can provide a reliable source of power during power outages, allowing you to continue working or enjoying your entertainment without interruption. Testing neutral connections is an important part of ensuring the safety and reliability of your electrical system. When performing voltage drop testing, be sure to wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. Regularly inspect electrical systems for signs of overloading, such as hot wires, tripped breakers, or flickering lights. Address any overloading issues immediately to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can be a valuable tool for protecting your electronic equipment from power problems. Testing neutral connections requires the use of specialized equipment and should only be performed by qualified personnel. When performing voltage drop testing, be sure to use a meter that is designed for measuring voltage in alternating current circuits. Regularly inspect electrical components for signs of wear and tear, such as cracked insulation, corroded contacts, or loose connections. Replace any worn or damaged components to prevent electrical hazards. A UPS system can provide a clean and stable power source for your electronic equipment, helping to extend its lifespan and improve its performance.